Welcome back to Madman Review. So you want a new revolver for your collection, but you're getting tired of the same old Ruger, Smith & Wesson, and Colt, huh? I mean, yeah, even that brand new blued Python Colt just released in January is getting old really fast. Wondering what else is out there? You're not alone. Many revolver aficionados are turning their eyes to some less talked about options that fly under the radar. Some are pretty decent, some offer superb value, and a few others simply blow the venerable Python out of the water. Today we're diving deep into the world of most underrated revolvers in America. We'll uncover hidden gems that pack a punch, offer unique features, and might just be the perfect addition to your arsenal. Number 7. Charter Arms Professional V. The Professional V isn't making more noise in the gun community. Why? Well, despite the value this revolver brings to the table, Charter Arms has battled a bit of a rep issue that could be steering folks towards its direct rival, Taurus. A huge chunk of the skepticism toward Charter Arms stems from past grievances with their revolvers' build quality and consistency. Think stiff triggers, light primer strikes, and a general rickety feel that some shooters have flagged up. And it's not just about the mechanics. Many owners also critique the ergonomics, finding the grip and trigger guard less comfortable than those on pricier models. Plus, certain design choices like front sights prone to wear and tear have drawn some flack, necessitating tweaks by owners to keep things sharp. Let's be real, we care a lot about aesthetics, something many Charter Arms revolvers just aren't blessed with. But the Professional V isn't like any other Charter Arms revolver. It shines with its solid build, enhanced with the company's proprietary Black Nitride Plus finish and a walnut grip that adds a touch of class without emptying your wallet. The Professional V marries practicality with performance, featuring a well-balanced 4-inch barrel and a light pipe front sight that makes aiming a breeze, even in less than ideal lighting, and it's also got 6 shots of .357 Magnum instead of Charter Arms' typical 5. Best of all, it's selling for only $480. Number 6. Taurus Tracker Model 692. Taurus revolvers often don't get the spotlight they deserve. People are ignoring these revolvers for a lot of reasons. For one, the brand's bumpy quality control and customer service leaves some shooters hesitant. Also, Taurus has historically faced hair-pulling challenges, especially with their semi-automatic pistols that led to a class action lawsuit. Heck, we talk a lot about why people should stay away from the GX4. These issues cast a long shadow over their revolvers, despite significant improvements in recent years. Taurus enthusiasts think the Tracker Model 692 is one very underrated Taurus revolver because it shows the strides Taurus has made in quality and innovation. This revolver is capable of handling both .357 Magnum and 9mm rounds with its 2 7-round cylinders that can be quickly swapped out. This makes it a fantastic choice for those who appreciate flexibility at the firing range or in the field. Still has that ugly rubber grip, but everyone has shot a tracker with that grip knows how good it is at soaking up recoil. Not only does the 692 offer robust ammo versatility, if you can get your hands on one of those Taurus Tracker wood grips from Thailand selling on eBay, it's one of the most aesthetically pleasing revolvers on the market too. And it's got none of those notorious issues that plague some earlier models. How do I know? Because it's been around for 5 years and no 692 owner has sued Taurus so far. The cherry on top? It's selling for less than $700. Number 5. Rock Island Armory AL 3.1. Next up, let's talk about Rock Island Armory's AL series revolvers, crafted by Alpha Proj in the Czech Republic. You don't hear a lot of people chatting about it, do you? Here's a little scoop on why. We all know it's a tough market out there, especially in the US, where heavy hitters like Smith & Wesson and Ruger dominate the scene. These brands not only have a deep-rooted presence, but also boast vast dealer networks and brand loyalty that's hard to shake. The AL 3.1 chambered in .357 Magnum with its $950 to $1,000 price tag is swimming in the same pool as these giants, where it struggles to make a splash despite its perks. Well, that's because everyone knows that Rock Island Armory only sells budget firearms, and if you need a budget revolver, you'll probably get a Taurus. Let's pivot to why this underdog might just be the piece your collection's missing. The AL 3.1 does bring something to the table with its robust build and reliable performance. It's got a solid heft to it, and it's built like a tank. Kind of like the Ruger GP100, courtesy of its meticulous craftsmanship by the Czechs, who are known for their precision engineering. These revolvers are super thick, super sturdy, and easily concealable with their 2-inch barrel. So if you're in the market for a revolver that breaks the mold without breaking the bank, the AL 3.1 might just be your hidden gem. It may not be the widespread recognition of its American competitors, but it's a solid hunk of Czech Republic steel. Number 4, Henry Big Boy. Henry's Big Boy revolver had its moment in the spotlight last year, riding high on a wave of initial excitement. Despite its flair, it hasn't quite kept all eyes on it. Why is that? Well, for starters, Henry repeating arms is a name synonymous with high-quality lever-action rifles, not revolvers. This leap into the revolver scene might have left some longtime fans and potential buyers a bit hesitant, not quite ready to see this rifle-centric brand as a go-to for their six-shooter needs. Adding to the mix, the Big Boy revolver sports an old-school aesthetic that, while sleek, sticks to the classics rather than trending towards the modern tactical features that current markets drool over. It's not optic-ready, the barrel has no top rib, the ejection rod isn't shrouded, etc. Priced around $928, it steps into the arena with what I believe is currently the most popular .357 Magnum revolver in America, the Smith & Wesson 686. The 686 Plus variant only costs $999, but it's from a long-time revolver maker and has a 7-shot cylinder to boot. With that kind of revolver on the market, why would you bother with a Henry Big Boy? Yet, here's the pitch for why the Big Boy might just deserve a spot in your collection. This revolver is built with the craftsmanship Henry's famous for. Features a smooth trigger and reliable performance wrapped in a classic design that's not only eye-catching, but solidly functional. Personally, it strongly reminds me of the classic Colt M1877. It had 3 different variations, one of which was the Colt Lightning and .38 Long Colt, which the Henry Big Boy revolver closely resembles. Number 3, Colt King Cobra. Despite its quality, the Colt King Cobra often flies under the radar, overshadowed by the iconic Colt Python. Known for its craftsmanship and storied history, every revolver enthusiast you talk to will tell you that the Colt Python is the Rolls-Royce of revolvers. But ask them which car they'd liken the King Cobra to, and they'd probably tell you nobody cares about it. The newly launched King Cobra shares the same high standards of build quality with the newly launched Colt Python. Both use a robust stainless steel construction and a refined finish, but the King Cobra doesn't quite capture the same level of public adoration. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's on a medium frame. I mean, it's every bit as reliable as a Python, but it just doesn't stand out enough. However, dismissing the King Cobra outright would be idiotic if you're a revolver enthusiast. It's got an MSRP of $999, which means it competes directly with, again, the Smith & Wesson 686 Plus. Granted, the King Cobra only has a 6-shot cylinder, but it's also much easier to carry around because it's built on a medium frame. For comparison, It's got an empty weight of only 28 ounces, whereas the 686 Plus has an empty weight of 39.2 ounces. The Colt King Cobra deserves more attention not just for its brand name, but also for its practicality. It's built to the rigorous standards Colt's known for, ensuring durability and reliability. If you want a solid medium-frame revolver with the pedigree of a Colt, but at a lower price point than the Python, King Cobra presents a compelling option. Number 2. Dan Wesson 715. Dan Wesson Revolvers might just be one of the most underrated revolvers in the world. While they boast high quality and innovative features, they don't quite catch the limelight like some of their counterparts. Part of the reason lies in their brand recognition. Dan Wesson, while respected among aficionados, doesn't have the broad market visibility of the revolver giant known as Smith & Wesson. This lack of fame means they often slip under the radar of the average gun buyer, despite their top-tier craftsmanship. Now, just in case you're wondering whether Dan Wesson and Smith & Wesson are related in any way, I mean, they're both Wessons, right? Yes, they're related through family lineage, not direct business operations. Daniel B. Wesson II, who founded Dan Wesson Firearms, was the great-grandson of Daniel B. Wesson, one of the original co-founders of Smith & Wesson. But Dan Wesson Firearms operates independently from Smith & Wesson. Oh, and the Dan Wesson brand? It's now owned by CZ. What really sets Dan Wesson apart is their unique design, including interchangeable barrels that enhance the revolver's versatility. This modular system allows shooters to easily switch barrel lengths, adapting the gun for various shooting activities. From hunting to target shooting, however, this feature might not resonate outside the more dedicated circles who appreciate the technical nuances of a customizable firearm. All Dan Wesson revolvers are renowned for their precision, reliability, and a smooth trigger pull that makes them easy to shoot well. Dan Wesson's most recent production revolver, the Model 715, re-released in 2014, offers a thicker and heavier stainless steel construction than its predecessor. Sadly, it was discontinued in 2018. Pundits speculate it was because CZ bought Colt, and it doesn't make sense for them to make more Dan Wesson 715s when they can make Colt Pythons, which are like 1,000 times more popular. Doing that would essentially cannibalize 715 sales, which were already low to begin with. Number 1. Spohr Revolvers. And finally, let's talk about Spohr Revolvers, hailing all the way from Germany. Earlier this year, they made a splash across the pond in the US. They're a fresh face in the luxury revolver market, which has been dominated by Korth revolvers since 2016. Because of the shadows cast by more established brands like Korth, Mannerheim, and Jans, nobody talks about Spohr. Heck, the only reason people know about them is because of James Reeves. Spohr's flagship Club Edition models are tailored for the U.S. carry market, marrying sleek design with robust performance. Besides the Club series, Spohr also offers the 28 family, featuring a rail for those who want to attach a scope or red dot, and the L562 line, which skips the rail for a cleaner, more utilitarian look. But just how premium are these revolvers? Well, they don't use MIM parts in them. Nope. Not a single MIM part. Instead, every teeny tiny piece for the lockwork is handcrafted with the kind of precision that'd make a Swiss watchmaker jealous. Picture this. Some grizzled old German gunsmith hunched over a workbench, squinting through a magnifying glass and delicately grinding away at those parts like he's sculpting a dang masterpiece. Price-wise, Spohr sits in a sweet spot. Their luxury models range from $3,799 to $3,899, undercutting the much pricier tags you'd see on a Korth while still delivering top-notch quality. For those looking for something a bit more budget-friendly, the L562 and 28 series offer more accessible prices, ranging from $2,699 to $2,899. These give even the comparatively mid-priced Venerable MR73 Gendarmerie for a run for its money.